Hey crafty friends, I am going to do a Facebook Live because that seems to be the rage, and it's a little bit scary, and I decided, I'm just going to jump in and do it. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys about prepping your surfaces for using the Couture products. So that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully you can gain some tips. I haven't been doing this very long, but there's a couple of things that I've noticed really do make a difference. So we're going to get started. So let me tilt you down. Hopefully you can still see. Like I said, it's my first Facebook Live over here. So these wood planks are so adorable and they make really cute projects. I might be upside down. All right, good times. But one thing that you need to remember when you're working with wood is it usually has some texture to it. And because these are basically silk screen and it's a sticker, if you stick this to all that texture, it's not going to adhere completely smooth. So you might get a bit of a distressed or rustic look when you pull it off. So the best thing that I found is to use 220 grit sandpaper and sand down your surface as much as you can to get it as smooth as you can. And there's a couple of things that I've heard recommended to prep surfaces. So this is Minwax Finishing Wax, and that's what it looks like. And you just get your cloth and dip it in and then go over your surface and go over it again to kind of get the excess wax off, and you let that dry. I think they say 24 hours on the can. I've chalked on it before 24 hours, so it still works. The other thing that I like to do instead of doing the waxing, and I don't know if this is the right way or the wrong way or anything like that, but it seems to be working well. So I've been using a spray lacquer to go over the surface before I chalk on it. And again, you want to let that dry for a bit before you do chalk on it. And I've also used this one. And these are also the sprays that I use to spray on my project after I've completed it. So these little wood slices I ordered off of Amazon, and they felt pretty smooth when I got them. So I did just chalk directly on them, but I noticed that my transfer did pick up some of like the wood element, and so my transfer is not going to last as long as it will if I sand it and seal it before I put my transfer on. So I did that now with all of mine. Another thing that I'm working with that I think is really cute, these are also, I ordered them from Amazon. They're just little ornaments, and we painted them. My kids are really digging this whole thing, so they've been helping out as much as possible. So my one daughter loves to sand stuff, so she'll paint these and then she'll go back and sand them and make them smooth, which is great. It helps me out a lot. So even though these, when you get them, they feel pretty smooth, but once you sand them with that 220 grit sandpaper, they are very smooth. So that's my tip on that. The other thing is on your transfers, before you peel them off the first time, right on the back of them, because you want to make sure when you stick the back to the transfer that it's glossy side to sticky side. And sometimes if you're in the middle of something or, not paying attention, you might stick it to the wrong side. And that will possibly damage your transfer. Another tip that I found out about is using these Lysol wipes. So you're gonna ink your transfer and you're gonna pull it off. And I found the best way to clean it, I just run it under the sink and I kind of rub it, and the ink comes right off pretty easily. And then you lay it upside down to dry. And then before you put it back onto your transfer, just take one of those Lysol wipes and gently go over it and let that dry. And then you'll be ready to put the backing back on there. And I find that if you do it this way, sometimes it's easier to line it up. All right. So that's all I have for you today. Hopefully I'll do a project next time, but it's almost time to get the girls, so I'm gonna say bye.